I haven't done a live in about a week, so I'm happy to be here with you. Went in one of my favorite nature spots, the Beach State Park today, and we are just on the trail. Making our way, this is what it looks like, making our way to the beach. I don't know how crowded it's going to be. I have seen a lot of people leaving, but it's just a really beautiful evening tonight, and I'm excited to, let me show you really quick. Here's some sea grape, little tiny baby sea grape trees. Yeah, I'm excited to get to the ocean. I haven't been in a little while myself, and whenever it's been, like, honestly any amount of time, I always feel it. I'm so grateful to live by the ocean. This is a dream that I've had for a really long time, so I'm really grateful to be able to have the opportunity to come so often. So we'll see what we can find together, and we can also just have a nice little relaxing walk and explore. And I'm really excited to put my feet in the water. In the summers here, the Gulf of Mexico gets really warm, so a lot of people come swimming at night. There is something called bioluminescence that comes out at night as well. Felt like a weird hole over there. Yay! We've made it. It's a little bit windy, but we made it. All right, let's go put our feet in the water together. I am ready for it. I feel like it's always beautiful here, but sometimes it just feels extra beautiful. Also, I want to say, if this is your first time here, I'm really grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for being here with me. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and I love doing these things with you. Oh, the water feels so good. How's everybody's Sunday going today? Something kind of cool that I learned this weekend, because on Saturday it was World Ocean Day, and something that I learned is that a lot of the seabird species need a lot of protection, because essentially a lot of them just lay their eggs right in the sand, and if anything happens to them, they just abandon their nest. And so that can obviously impact the populations of the sea, all the different species of seabirds. So one thing really cool about this park, this Beach State Park that I'm at right now, is that they have a lot of designated areas blocked off of the park to protect the seabird species so that they have a safe place to nest and where there's no essentially it's like all blocked off, so there's no way that you can walk over there at all, and so they have a safe place to nest and come back to, which obviously in the long term helps to increase their populations. So I thought that was pretty cool to learn about that. And also, a lot of the seabird species don't nest at the popular beaches because, like I said, if something happens to their nest, they just abandon it and they never come back. So when they have a safe place where they know that they can go, they come back to it. And I don't know if you knew this, but it was World Ocean Day on Saturday. I went to this really cool environmental event where I met a lot of people and learned a lot about the different animal species. And I learned about manatees a little bit more. If you are new to my channel, you'll have to go back and watch this short that I just did last week where I talk about a cute little story that I had with a manatee last weekend. And if you're not familiar with manatees, manatees are like really big. I mean, I think they're about 10 feet long. They can weigh around 1,000 pounds. And they're kind of nicknamed like sea cows because they're really gentle species. And they do swim upstream from the ocean to the freshwater springs, which is oftentimes where they have their babies and their offspring. So with all the people that go to the springs and the boats and all those types of things, the manatee population is, I think it might be, I'd have to double check this, but I think it might be endangered. Definitely threatened to some degree. And the last time I was there, I saw so many manatees with my friend, and we had such a beautiful encounter with one of them. So like I said, if you haven't already, make sure to go back into my channel and check out that short. But anyways, when we were there, we saw a lot of manatees had these like white scars on them, and I assumed that those were from the boats, but I didn't really know. And when I was at this World Oceans event on Saturday, I was talking to this organization, I think it's called Save the Manatees, and I was asking them, I was like, I saw a lot of scars on a lot of the manatees. And I was saying, I was assuming that might be from the boat propellers and them getting hit by the boats. And essentially they said, yeah, it's from the boats, and that's often how they get injured. And sometimes they get killed that way because there's like a no wake zone in the springs, but people don't always pay attention to that, and they can hit the manatees on the way there. And so it's really sad. And so I felt pretty inspired, I think, to say the least, to find out more information about how to help them and what we could do to reduce the amount of boats that are in the springs. Oh wow, there's people way out there. And essentially, I did find some information out. It sounds like I need to contact this certain government organization to talk to them about what I witnessed and like how there were so many boats. There were so many boats that my friend actually almost got hit by one. So yeah, I think I'm bringing this up because I was so grateful to have that experience with that manatee in particular, and it really was something really deeply special to me, and to just learn that their species in general is threatened because of all the boats and getting injured from the boats or killed from the boats. There's obviously other causes of death, but that such a large percentage of them were being impacted by these boats, it just made me feel inspired and motivated to see what I could do on my end to understand what steps need to be taken to, I don't know, I'm just one person, but I wanted to see if there's anything that I could do to reduce the amount of boats. So yeah, I just went on a little tangent, but I wanted to share that with you because it's something that was really important to me and I thought you might resonate. But anyways, when I was there, like I said, I learned about the seabirds as well. So, I feel like Florida is known for this, honestly. These beautiful beaches and this really warm weather. Look at this bird. Oh, there it is. But a lot of people don't know a lot about the wildlife, and I think because of the industry of tourism, a lot of these species can be negatively impacted. Look at all these birds. Oh, they're so cute. A lot of these species can be negatively impacted by tourism, directly or indirectly. But they're so cute. See if we can get a little bit closer. I think they want us to. They sure are cute. But I think that's a question we could all ask ourselves. Let me write this down for you. And this question is this: what do you love about the ocean? And I think that this is a great question to ask, especially, kind of celebrating World Ocean Day a little bit and acknowledging everything that it brings us and all the species that live there and just how special it is. I think we all need to be reminded of how we can better take care of our planet and Mother Earth and our oceans and our forests and everything like that, because at the end of the day, that's what keeps us here. So I'd love to hear from you and what you love about the ocean. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. We're taking a little beach walk tonight, and I was just talking a little bit about World Ocean Day, which is why I left that question up there for you. What do you love about the ocean? Water, okay. I relate to that. Sometimes the answer is a lot more simple than it seems. Look at all these seabird species up here. We'll take a look here in a minute. We're getting closer. I was saying earlier that something really cool about this park here is that honestly I think this whole area over here is protected for the seabird species so that they can lay their nests and have a safe place to come back to, because oftentimes they lay their eggs directly in the sand. Oh, look at how cute they are. But if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd love so much to have your support. Let me move this question for you so you can see better. Oops. Hopefully you can see better now. Sorry, I just wanted to move it. So I'm not going to go all the way over today, but I will show you the general area. He's flying a kite. Alright, I'm going to point it out to you. So right here by where the kite is, this whole area and back behind this fence are protected for the seabird species, which I think is really cool. And then also this whole area over here until we get to the next beach. So, pretty cool. Things are being done. Although, like I said, I know I haven't been on the camera at all today. Like I said, you know, in Florida there's such a high demand for tourism, but there are so many animal species that need more support and more protection so that they can thrive as well. So this is just something to be aware of. I think it's important for all of us to know. This little guy. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too fast. I know it can get a little bit too much when I go too fast. I don't know if you can see this little guy diving in, trying to catch something. Honestly, it's been so hot here during the day that I haven't really been wanting to be out much during the day. That's one downside of being in Florida in the summer. It gets so hot that a lot of people leave for the summer. There's always some cool shells. I don't know what this one is, but let's take a look. Oh, was cool. I love all the bird activity. I think because of what I learned on Saturday, I'm a little bit more aware of the seabirds. I think I'm gonna stop going that way for a little bit and let's take a look over here, and then I think let's maybe just sit down for a little bit and watch the sunset. Sometimes I think about what it would be like if a lot of the beaches in Florida were like this, where it's just like wild nature. What it would be like in terms of animal species, what it would be like in terms of feeling, like maybe if there wasn't any buildings allowed for, like, I don't know, at least 100 yards or like a mile. I think it would be pretty special. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear, in spirit of World Ocean Day, what your favorite, not even favorite, but just what do you love about the ocean? And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do these lives weekly, typically on Wednesday mornings and then a day during the weekend. Although last Wednesday I wasn't able to, I had a schedule conflict, but typically I do these lives twice a week. See something cool here. Ooh, I don't know what that is actually. Some seaweed. I'm just gonna set you up here and we can watch the sunset together. We still have a little bit of time, but sorry, I was just trying to move the question for you. I would still love to hear your answer. And if you could tell me one thing you love about the ocean. I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel this way. Whenever I come to the ocean, I feel like it clears my mind. If you want, we could do a little meditation together for a couple minutes. I'll sit up here so we can do it together. I think it'd be a good time for us. Closing our eyes, taking a deep inhale through our nose to the count of 3. Hold and exhaling out through our mouth, letting go any stress of the day, the weekend, and preparing ourselves to get ready for the work week. In through the nose Hold. And exhaling through the mouth. This next inhale, I want you to, I would say inhale for the count of 5. Let's inhale to the count of 5. Hold to the count of 5. And exhaling to the count of 5 through our mouth. Dropping your shoulders, doing some little neck movements if you need to. Really letting go of anything that's not ours to hold. Any stress or tension that we may be feeling. You can let it go now. And these next few breaths I want you to take on your own. Really dropping your shoulders as you exhale, relaxing into your body and your breath. Listening to the ocean waves as a way to release that energy that's not yours and relax into this moment. Oh, it scared me. That was a bird. Continue to breathe at your own rhythm. Making sure that you have a flat back so that the energy can move up and down your spine. This moment is for you and you alone to take care of yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself this week. Moving your neck as you need to let go of any neck tension. As you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And let's raise our hands above our head to do a couple little side stretches. Continuing to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. Do a little circles here. Stretch the back a little bit more. And let's do a couple little arm stretches. Last deep breath in. Hold. And shake it out. Oh, that was so good. Thanks for doing that with me. I had so much fun. There's like a little impromptu little meditation there. So nice. I think I'm gonna sign out for now, but I really appreciate you being here. And like I said, if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Any support that you can give me, I'm super grateful for. I love so much to do these lives, and I love doing everything on my channel, so I really appreciate your support. But I hope you have a great rest of your night. One last look at the sunset, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.